As the sun starts to set, we're going to see how much light is left by the end of this early evening game here on the NFL on EA Sports. Five weeks come and gone already. And we're off here in Week 6 on EA Sports. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. And off to Benson to start the drive. And it took a couple of guys to haul him down there after a gain of just 1.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
Here we go, 2nd and 9. Throw left side, complete. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line.
Kid, I was on the field with a young high school quarterback just last week, and I told him one of the greatest attributes a quarterback can have is courage. And it takes courage to sit in that pocket that long, let a play develop, and let that receiver work all the way from one side of the field to the other to give him a chance to make a play.
A lot of mess on the move here. He does it. Touchdown. The Wizards take a 6-0 lead right away. Trey McBride, the touchdown. This one is up and good. And the Wizards will jump out to a 7-0 lead. After they reach the end zone, they'll kick it off and turn things over to the defense. And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10.
Let's go. Go.
Fakes the handoff, now to throw. Fits it through the middle. And he's in for the Washington touchdown. The Commanders finish off their opening drive. Kicking unit comes out for the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Commanders start off well to tie things 7-7. The Commanders' kickoff unit out and ready as they send this away. And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback. This drive starting from the 30. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. It's Benson on the give. And he's going to get up to about the 33, but no more. 3 yards on the first down play, and that brings up 2nd and 7.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
2nd down now, 7 to go.
Warrior 70.
Shotgun snap, they're gonna throw. He throws a bullet to... That's grabbed inside the 30. And he does quite a bit of damage before they finally take him down.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
Option play headed right on 1st and goal. And he's across for the touchdown. And that flag is not going to stop this celebration. They know that's an offsides call. Looking to tack on the point after. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Wizards take the lead here, 14-7 in the first. Now after the touchdown, they'll kick it back and see what the opposition can do. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Throwing now from the gun. He'll get this to Jefferson. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
I love throwing on first down. And when you see a first down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you planned for, and you go out and execute.
Throwing from the gun here. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. Touchdown, Washington! The Commanders get it down to a single point. Kicking team out to try the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Commanders tie things up at 14. The Commanders' kickoff unit out and ready as they send this away. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. They're out and set, first and 10. Benson now from the gun. And he found some running room for a nice gain. It's an 8-yard pickup, and they're going to have 2nd and 2 next.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short.
Let's go now.
From the 38. Finds a seam down the middle. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. It's a 23-yard pickup on the play. And that'll be a first down.
Here we go. Here we go.
They'll empty the backfield and motion him out. Finds him on the crossing route. And he's brought down a little short. No, actually they do give him the 10-yard line. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets him up with 1st and goal. They'll run here. It's Benson. And they beat him to the edge. That run stopped back at the line. No gain that time, and now it'll be 2nd and goal. They'll motion him out of the backfield. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be third down.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
Motioning him from the slot right. Here he is on third and long. Ooh, that looked like a pick for a second, but it hits the end zone grass. They are very fortunate to get this one back, but now they've got fourth down.
That was it. That was their chance to escape this series. They were looking for a way out without giving up any points, and that was their ticket off the field. Unfortunately, he just couldn't quite hang on.
And it is good. No problems there on the shorter attempt. And they've taken back the lead.
Well, I know once that drive stalls out, that's where it really pays to have that reliable kicker on the sideline ready to bail you out. And he knocks that one right through to give him the lead.
And that one bounces through the end zone for a... First and 10 now from the 30. Hand off to the back. And he works his way for a gain of 4.
He'll expect more from himself on those type of plays, but there is nobody that's going to complain about that one. If you can do math, 4 plus 4 plus 4 equals a first down.
From the 34. Has him on the quick hitter. And a massive hit at the end of that play. Oh, baby. But he hangs on through it. Still able to get that first down. 60. Throwing now off play action. Tried to connect, but it winds up incomplete.
You know, I love this, Kate, from an offense. Just philosophically, stretching that secondary out with your tight end. Even still, one of the deeper targets you're going to see him get. It's a shame they couldn't quite connect.
Second and 10 now. Finds him over the middle. And they make the tackle at the 38. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset. New set of downs for him at the 38. Still sticking with the passing game. Makes the grab in bounds left side. And he'll go down here at the 16. They managed 22 on the rip and a first down. Working inside the red zone. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
With the pressure, boy, that sped that whole play up, and it opened up a wide range of outcomes. A hurried throw almost ended up an interception, and that wasn't until after they almost brought him down behind the line for a sack.
Throwing it again on second down. And they will score! Touchdown, Washington! The Commanders take a field goal lead in our opening quarter. That one splits the uprights. And the Commanders take a 4-point lead. The Commanders kickoff unit out and ready as they send this away. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. They'll get this drive started. First and 10. Off the play fake, he'll throw. He puts some power on a deep one left. It's complete. Oh, my. They left him wide open downfield. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown. The Wizards need only one to take the lead. That one right down the middle. And the Wizards push their lead to 3. They put a touchdown on the board, and now they'll send it away. He fields it from the 8. Oh, he's showing some burst on his return. And they'll start this drive in good position, a little shy of the 40. Commanders starting out in a good spot this drive as they get set. 1st and 10. Blown back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And he gets absolutely popped to end that one. Give him 5 on that carry, bringing up 2nd and 5. They give it to him again. And this one does not go far. 2 yards on the pickup, and that leaves him with 3rd down and 3.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
And he's brought down for a loss. Offense up to the line fast. Here's the snap on 4th. Well, his first real mistake, that's intercepted. And the Wizards take possession as he makes his 4th interception of our season. They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. Benson on the counter. And he runs into a wall there. Multiple defenders ready to stop him cold at the line. No gain there that time, and it's 2nd and 10. And time runs out before the... Second quarter about to get underway, and this home crowd excited as their guys have possession. They still have 10 to go here. It's 2nd down. The Commanders take a timeout. They're first. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the first half. 2nd and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. They motion the tight end over. Back now, pressure on its way. Catch is made down the right sideline. And what a hit there. Ouch, she pays the price for moving the chains that time.
This entire play, Kate, depends on how well he can separate from his man. You get man-to-man coverage, it's really about 2 things, separation and trust. Because QBs want to throw it before he breaks, that's the trust, and then they got to believe that that separation can create the big play down the field.
And he's only able to power this forward for about 3 yards.
I know that may look like a whole lot of nothing burger on the stat sheet, but those are the kind of plays, that inside run, that you see creative play action come off of later in the game.
Short pass brought in. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that 1st down.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
The drive picks up here, 1st and 10. From the red zone now. Snared by the running back. Here's Trey Benson. It's a real solid pickup, 12 yards, and it rewards him with a 1st and goal.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in 1 play and keep driving that defense backwards.
They'll break the huddle and come up on 1st and goal.
Go! 19 Lion. Buffalo 18. Trap 60, trap 60. Hut, hut.
Goal to go, they're passing. And that's caught in the end zone for the touchdown. The Wizards pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. That one splits the uprights. And the Wizards make it a 10-point ball game. Following the touchdown, they'll kick it back and see what the opposition has in store. And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30. Offense ready to begin this drive, 1st and 10. Shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And his effort results in maybe 2 yards, but nothing more.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Ball and defender arrived at the exact same time there. So they're left facing 3rd and long. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour, and there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. Credit that defense for flying around and making the play.
It's another first half mistake. He's intercepted again. Have it as he records his 7th interception of the season. Okay, Brock, now back-to-back drives where they have picked him off. That's got to be a worrying trend for these coaches who know how integral the passing game is to their game plan and their success.
Those poker players, the best of them, when they figure out a tell, they know exactly how to beat their opponent. This defense right now, they're reading this quarterback like a book.
Football on that 47-yard line, 1st down. Hand off to Benson from the gun. And he takes it up and across midfield to Commander's territory. He gets a couple on 1st, and they'll come up 2nd and 8.
You know, kid, I like to call these body blows. Body blows. You got to be committed to running the football. Even if it doesn't move the chains, I guarantee you that wear and tear will pay dividends later.
Throwing deep for the end zone. And he's in. Touchdown! The Wizards parlay the interception into points. 3 touchdown catches in one game is rare air, Brock. Safe to say most guys who retire can name every time they did that here in the NFL.
Yeah, I hope he remembers it, but also remember this. Receivers, they're a dependent position. They're dependent on the guys doing their job up front. They're dependent on the quarterback putting on the spot. And usually, when you reach a milestone like this, you'd love to share it with everybody else. And my guess, especially if they could find a way to win this one, is this receiver will celebrate it with all of his guys.
And after they reach the end zone, they'll kick it off and turn things over to the defense. And that's over the 20, the landing zone, and almost everything else. So that football coming out to the 30-yard line. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Putting a receiver in motion. Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. And no luck there. That throw falls to the ground. Looking for his wide receiver there. And it sets up 2nd down. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Completed over the middle. And he's going to be brought down at the 42. Pickup of 12 on that play. And the Commanders will have a 1st. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Gets out of trouble. Taking the deep shot there on first down. Okay, no luck connecting. It's incomplete.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's second down. Now they'll throw out of the gun. Cut out left. And this is marked down right along that 40-yard line. Give him 18 yards on that play, Brock, and it gets him a first down. New slated downs to approach here from the 40.
Let's go.
They are throwing it again. Pass is hauled in by the running back. And they're going to haul him down a step before the 30, right at the 31.
I know that completion doesn't move the chains. I love it nonetheless. You make sure that defense is aware of every eligible player going out. And this time it was out of the backfield with the running back that shows he's adept at catching it as well.
Heaves this one for the back of the end zone. Intercepted in the end zone. The rookie from Oklahoma has it. And the Wizards take over on his 5th interception of the season.
Well, that's it right there. That's the resilience and the mental toughness that every coach wants to see from his defense. Not a great spot for him. Backed up close enough that they're going to get shots taken in the end zone. But instead of collapsing under pressure, they rose up and they created the takeaway.
He's throwing deep to the left side. They connect on the deep shot. And he will take this in. Touchdown. The Wizards pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. Now the PAT try coming up. The point after splits the uprights. And the Wizards make it a 24-point ball game. Now after the touchdown, they'll kick it back and see what the opposition can do. And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback. This drive starting from the 30. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. He won't be able to make the catch. It's incomplete.
Hey, I know nobody's perfect. And all you have to do is listen to me and how many words I screw up. But you certainly expect those throws of that length to be 100%. They've got to be borderline automatic in this offense.
He'll throw again on 2nd down. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up. So it's the 2-minute warning here from Japan. It's the Commanders. In trouble. It's 3rd and real long here. He'll throw it. He's got it over the middle. And it's a nice game, but still not enough for the 1st.
Pursue, pursue, pursue. It's why they do these drills all the time, Kate. You do them through the offseason, you do them through training camp, you do them in the regular season. Because when a defense plays with tremendous pursuit, you force 4th downs just as they did.
Offense staying out here. It's 4th and 11.
Let's go now. 60 Bobcat, 60 Bobcat.
They're going for this. He fires. finds him beyond the marker. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down.
I love those moments of truth. We get to see exactly how they handle it when all the pressure of the drive's right on them. Turns out, handled it pretty darn well, and now they'll keep pushing on.
He's on the move. Taking a big shot for the end zone. And he's in for the Washington touchdown. The Commanders chop some of the lead off before the half. I love plays like this, Brock. Sometimes you just got to ask your dude, show me what you got, man. Show off those wheels, and he did just that.
Yeah, beauty in simplicity, right?
Yep.
Now, when you run that fly route, you got to win right from the jump. And you got to protect yourself from the sideline, too. Don't get pushed to the boundary. Give your quarterback room to throw it up, and you can find pay dirt.
The Commanders' kickoff unit out and ready as they send this away. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. They're out and set, 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. 2nd down coming up.
You need to buy your receivers enough time to get open along your route, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit them with the throw. When the line doesn't hold up, incompletions follow.
Back to the air on 2nd down. Wow, his first real mistake. That's intercepted. And the Commanders get the football as he makes his 3rd interception of this season. 2nd down, they go pass here, and it's intercepted to kill the drive.
And that is one way defensively to get your teammates off the field. That was all about anticipation. Great move there by the defender to take it away and put his offense on the field.
And they will score. Touchdown, Washington. The Commanders chop some of the lead off before the half. Lining up now to try the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Commanders cut the lead down to 10. That lead trimmed just a bit, down to 10 points now as the kick is up and away. Chooses to bring this one out. Not much on the return. Should have kept that one in the end zone as the tackle's made at the 15-yard line. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. Escapes the pocket.
You know, Kate, they always say that QB clock, you know what it's more like? It's more like an alarm, especially in a situation like that. And it's a good thing you woke up to it, able to make something out of nothing and at least keep them moving forward.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4.
Ready? 18, Pioneer.
Trying to throw here out of the gun. Puts his body on the line, and he got it. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
I'm sure, Coach, the play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
Chased out to his right. Now we let it go deep for the deep sideline shot is caught, and he gets out to stop the clock. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown. The Wizards will add to their lead at the end of the half. Trey McBride, the touchdown. His 2nd scoring catch of the game. They're out to try and tack on the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Wizards take a 3-possession lead. They put a touchdown on the board, and now they'll send it away. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now with all of 15 seconds left to utilize in this half.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Cowboy 80. Let go.
They're going to throw here to begin the drive. Oh no, they get him yet again! He breaks a tackle. And the Wizards might be able to get some points late after the interception.
4 picks, 1 game. Hey, I get it. They've not all been his fault, but it isn't any easier to stomach. For the sake of his mental game, I think it's about time to limit things to short, easy passes or simply take him off this field altogether.
Go.
First and 10 from the 41.
19.
Airing it out to start this drive. And they make the stop as that play reaches the 14-yard line. Now, just before the break, a timeout taken by the offense, and they can try for some points going into the break. Only time left for one more snap, Brock, so they're going to run out their field goal unit. He connected once, and a good chance here. This is inside of 35. That brings us to halftime. We'll get a break as our teams make their adjustments and then return with more of the NFL on EA Sports in just a little bit. Welcome back, everybody. Kate Scott, Brock Heward with you as we're about set to begin the third quarter. The story is halfway told. Let's see what the back half has in store as we get started in the third quarter. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Getting right back to it after that interception. Short pass caught by his tight end. And he's out of bounds beyond the 35-yard line.
When you see play action, do all you can to get your eyes to the tight end, because that's their bread and butter. That play action gives him time off the line, helps chip a rusher, or even helps sell that fake. And then when he releases, he gets out, he gets some leverage. He gets to that edge before the defender can cover him.
Has him on the quick hitter. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line. They get an even 10 on that play. And that'll be good for a Washington first.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on second down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about third down at all.
They send a man in motion. To the air now on first and 10. Finds a seam down the middle. And he's going to be drugged down, looks like at that 37-yard line. They'll get 18 yards there. And the Commanders will have a first.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. A lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
Still sticking with the passing game. Throwing the out route complete.
Kid, I can't tell you how good that is. Anticipating the outcut, having the ball on the way before the receiver's head even turns, he puts it on him so that receiver can easily get out of bounds for the nice gain.
They'll empty the backfield and motion him out. And this one too far in front of him. It's incomplete.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
Still inches to go on third down.
Here we go. Go.
They'll try and pick this up on the ground. And the defense gets there to force a small loss. Off the play fake, he's going to throw. Connects on the crosser. And he will get the first as they touch him down.
Oh, so close to getting off the field. But the fourth down conversion keeps that defense out there. That was their shot to end this possession, to sit on the bench, to get their breath. But now they're going to have to buckle down and force another fourth down.
Working inside the red zone. And they will score. Touchdown, Washington. The Commanders cut into the lead coming out of halftime. Now they'll try the point after. The point after splits the uprights. And the Commanders drop the lead back to 13. The Commanders kickoff unit out and ready as they send this away. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. They give up the gut to Benson. And this one gets to the 33-yard line before it's stopped. It's a gain of 3 for him. That brings up 2nd and 7.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. How about 29 yards on that play, partner, as they get the chains reset. New set of downs for him at the 38. Pitching it out to Benson. Along the sideline inside the 25. And he did not get in. Finally stopped at the 1. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
That's just what happens when a pitch is called and perfectly counters what the defense is doing. Able to seal that edge, get outside to the right flank, and the running back knew what to do.
So after that big play, Brock, they need just that final yard here on 1st and goal.
Let's go.
From the red zone now. And look at the footwork there. Touchdown! The Wizards push their lead further to start the half. Offense not going anywhere. They want to.
Offense will line up for a 2-point conversion.
He's throwing for it. And the conversion is no good as that pass falls incomplete.
You know, no sense in piling on. Pretty clear for everybody to see. He knows he should have had that one. Just didn't watch it in the whole way. And it leaves 2 points on the table.
From well into the end zone, he's going to bring this out. Big shot at the end of that return as he gets it just past the 20.
First and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Back to throw now. It is caught left side. Jukes one defender. It's a 26-yard pickup there. And that'll be good for a Washington first.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted them. They wanted him in a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after.
And they're going to haul him down just shy of the 40. Give him 11 yards, Brock, and a fresh set of downs.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it, going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
To throw here on 1st down. Completed over the middle. And he'll get this down to the 33-yard line.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
Here's 2nd and 2. He's got it to him yet again, and that one is caught. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. They are throwing it again. He completes it in traffic. And that play is brought to a halt, they're going to say, at the 5-yard line.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic, but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you can depend on.
And he will score. It's a Washington touchdown. The Commanders shrinking the lead some in the 3rd. Setting up to try the point after. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Commanders shave some of the lead. It's down now to 12. The Commanders kickoff unit out and ready as they send this away. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10.
Let's go now.
Motioning one of the tight ends. They go play action on 1st. Big catch is made, and he got the feet in too. 16 yards on the play. And they'll have 1st down.
It was such a privilege for me to watch Marvin Harrison and Reggie Wayne in person in Indianapolis do their work. Darrell Jackson out in Seattle. They showed how great a deep out is as a chain-moving play. It's all about getting that leverage at the top of the route and then exploiting the leverage as that ball arrives on time downfield.
Benson on 1st and 10. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
Behind the line of scrimmage.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Here's 2nd and 11. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
You know, as a QB, I'm going to note that in the back of my head. That was a heck of a break. Knocks the ball away. DBs like that, they tend to, once they get one hand on the ball, have a pretty good beat on you and can get two hands on it the next time.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. Tight end going in motion here. 3rd and long for him here. Caught by the open man. And a massive hit at the end of that play. Oh, baby. But he hangs on through it. Still able to get that 1st down.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
Into the red zone after that big pickup. It's 1st and 10 from the 15. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
Mustang 19.
To throw again on 2nd and 10. And oh, he got it! Interception! And the Commanders get it back on the final play of the quarter. A nice takeaway to end that 3rd quarter. And they're going to have a new possession waiting. Commanders starting out in a good spot this drive as they get set. 1st and 10.
Let's go. 65 6. Ready?
They'll throw to begin this drive. Finds him over the middle. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. That chunk worth a nice 21 yards. And the Commanders will have a 1st. He sends this one to the end zone. Oh my, it's intercepted in the end zone. And the Wizards will take over as this gets brought out to the 20-yard line. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10.
7 Pirates. Set down.
Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. McBride hauls it in. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. He'll move the sticks after ripping off a gain of 28.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap 1st down.
One play in, and already they're close to midfield.
Come on. Set. Go.
Shotgun snap, they're gonna throw. He's trying to push the field. This is caught inside the 15. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with 1st and goal.
The analytics are pretty clear. It's hard to move the ball in this league with short little dinks and dunks. You've got to get the explosive chunk. You got to get the big play, and that throw to the outside, that gets the job done.
1st down from the red zone. And he's in. Touchdown! The Wizards have likely locked up the win right there. Well, this machine has been firing on all cylinders this game, partner. And it continues firing as that lead grows yet again.
And those who've tried to get in the way of that machine you're talking about, namely the defense, well, they've paid the price over and over and over again.
His kick is good, for the moment at least, as we've got a flag down on the field. I think they're going to get him for hitting the kicker. So they tag him for roughing the kicker. And now this kickoff's going to come from the 50. Let's see if they loft in and try to stick him deep. Following the penalty, the kick moves up, and he sends it away. And he just sends it over the end zone. No threat of a return at all, but now they're going to spot the ball at the 30 to begin the drive. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. Complete out to the right side. And what a hit there. Ouch, she pays the price for moving the chains that time. One play in, and already they're close to midfield.
Let's go now. Let's go.
To throw it on 1st down. He's got it to him yet again. That is caught. A dose of the hurry-up offense here.
18 Cardinal.
Throwing from the gun here. Oh, this big guy is moving. And that's a Washington touchdown. Now they'll see if they can tack on one more. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Commanders shave some of the lead. It's down now to 12.
Commanders 56.
They recognize the situation they're in now. After that score, they're going to try to get it right back. And they've got it. No problem for the receiving team. The onside attempt fails. Well, kind of feels like we're starting to get to that point, Brock.
And what point is that, Kate?
You know, the bold point of the game where you have to try something bold could end up becoming a play that finally sinks them, though.
Yeah, it's time for desperation. Without a defensive stop here, it's really hard to lay out the scenarios for much success. Every second matters now when you don't come up with that onside kick.
What a hit! He gets flattened to the ground. Only 2 yards, and it brings up 2nd and 8. This one's a little touch pass forward to his man coming across. And he got it real close, but stopped just about a yard or so shy of that 1st down.
Well, I know this. This staff loves the athleticism and versatility he brings to the offense. That's not only as a receiver, but as someone who can take occasional carries and turn them into good yards.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the defense comes through. That's going to back him up and bring up 4th down.
You're just not going to win many games in this league when you can't generate a pass rush until the 4th quarter. You needed to feel the impact from this defense earlier and more often in this game. The lack thereof, well, it's a big part of what's put them playing from behind in the final stanza of this one.
He intercepts it. That is exactly what they needed. And the Commanders have some new life in the 4th.
You know what this is, Kate? This is the practice field coming to life. Really on both sides of the ball. Right, you watch defensive coaches preach all the time, and they work on these returns to get to the near sideline, everybody to get a block. And then for those offensive players to show the effort to go chase that down so it's not a pick six, yeah, it stinks for the offense. But that was the practice field coming to life for everybody to see.
And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with 1st and goal. Motioning the tight end now. Goal to go. It's a pass play. Touchdown, Washington. They'll try this extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Commanders trim the deficit down to 5. They knew what they had to do, Brock. They got the score and now need to pull off this onside kick. And they aren't able to get it back. The hands team does its job. And he has it to the 42 before they make the stop. They'll get this drive started. First and 10.
Let's go.
Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. He's got it inside the 10. And he's able to get it to the 2 before the stop. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with first and goal.
Just about every offense since the beginning of time, since the forward pass, Kate, has loved a tight end that can stretch the middle of the field. Man, I remember as a kid.
Touchdown! Now they'll try to knock the extra point through. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Wizards push the lead up to 12. Following the touchdown, they'll kick it back and see what the opposition has in store. And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30.
At their own 30-yard line.
Offense ready to begin this drive. First and 10. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Looking for a target. And he just hucks this one away. Wasn't going to risk a throw or force something. It brings up second down.
There was almost no resistance offered against a rush that came off the line ready to maul anything in sight. It was all the QB could do to get rid of that before he gets absolutely clobbered.
Into the hands of Jefferson, complete. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs. Down a couple of scores, but still some time left and 3 timeouts as well. It's first and 10. Now they'll throw out of the gun. Completed to his running back. And he's tackled after getting this to the opposing 46.
These intermediate gains, that's the wheelhouse for these two to connect on. Start the series off well. It sure keeps the defense on its toes in case they try to load up and just simply cover the receivers.
Options are open here. It's second and inches. From the 46. Completed over the middle. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. 35 on the pickup. And that'll be good for a Washington first. From the red zone now. Into traffic, complete. And that's a Washington touchdown. All right, so the offense does its job, Brock. Now they need their defense to give them a chance to overcome that big deficit.
The momentum in the building's clearly changed. We can feel it here in the booth, but you're right. It's now up to the defense to make a stop and give them a chance.
And now the Commanders face a very important 2-point attempt. Didn't get that one off in time. This is going to be a delay of game. Can't get the play off in time, and I'm going to wager the call is going to come in much quicker, Brock, for this next snap. Getting another shot at 2 here. Here he is to throw. And he has it in the end zone for 2, and that's going to chip away a little bit at that deficit. We've got a good one here. They've cut the lead to 4 as they send it away. From his own end zone, here we go. And a poor choice this time to bring it out. So they contain him well shy of the 30. In fact, he's out shy of the 20. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10.
Panther 11, Panther 11. Sag, 60 Bobcat, 60 Bobcat. Set up.
Wow, they're going to pass it here. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's going to get this up to the 26 before being taken down.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for on 1st down. Textbook. It sets up 2nd and very manageable, and it creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
70 Lion.
They put a receiver in motion right. Oh, look at this. He's setting up to throw. Made the throw as he was getting hit, Brock, and it's incomplete.
You know, when we were growing up in the backyard, we call them alligators. 1 alligator, 2 alligator, 3 alligator. He needed another alligator in order to get that ball off. Credit the defense for forcing the incompletion.
No connection on the last play, and out 3rd down. Left side, gets it out quick, and it's caught. And he's tackled for a short gain. The Commanders take a timeout. It's their first. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game.
Ready.
Offense staying out there. It's 4th and 1.
Let's go.
Looking to throw. He puts some air under a deep throw to the left. And on 4th down, that one won't work. It's incomplete. So the defense rises to the challenge and gives the ball back to their offense.
Hey, I am all for aggression. You get 4 downs, go for it. But I do have to wonder here, Kate, after being denied once again, is there going to be a trust level on that sidelines to go for it the next time they get this shot?
And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10.
19, Pioneer. Ready, go.
Setting up to pass. Got a man. McCaffrey has it. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. Washington calls it 2nd timeout. Still 1 more in their pocket to use. 2nd and 6 coming up here. He'll look to throw it. He's got it near the 8. And they get this down to the 7-yard line. Give him about 16 yards on that gain, Brock, and it sets him up with 1st and goal. Back to throw. And he's in, and that's a touchdown. And with almost no time left, he just likely won them this game. Extra point upcoming, this to put it to a field goal game. And he shakes out the pressure to nail the point after, and now an opposing field goal would only tie this game. The Commanders' kickoff unit out and ready as they send this away. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. They're out and set, 1st and 10.
Come 19, come 19. 70 Rangers. Hunt.
They'll come out throwing. Incomplete pass, and we're down to 12 seconds remaining. That one intended for Trey McBride. And it's going to be 2nd down.
I know a DB in the stat sheet loves to see INT and not PBU, but as soon as he realized a pick wasn't possible, he does the next best thing and knocks it away.
2nd and 10 now. And that's incomplete, but he might have done a little too much to cause that. Flag comes out, and this could be interference. So with a little too much contact on the part of the defender, and the officials flag him for it. From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10.
Cowboy 80. Ready.
He's dropping back to throw. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. And he's in, and that's a touchdown. And with almost no time left, he just likely won them this game. Absolutely clutch score there, Brock, as they take the lead here in the final minutes.
Incredible execution. The moment not too big for any of them. And Kate, they cashed in when it really mattered.
A chance to take their lead beyond a field goal on this point after. And it's good, so they take the lead, and the extra point buys them some breathing room. A field goal does not tie it now.
Storms are minor, but you know she living major. When you flying up, this ain't no cables. Don't live whatever pays us, stay in Vegas.
And after they reach the end zone, they'll kick it off and turn things over to the defense. Kickoff taken at the 3. And he's brought down, Brock, and that brings this ball game to a close. So something to be proud of, Brock, as they come away with the win. And with the start they had in that first quarter, Brock, it is no surprise to see them come away with a victory at the end. They really did all they could to put this out of reach early. That does it for another broadcast of the NFL on EA Sports. With my partner in the booth, Brock Hewitt, I'm Kate Scott. It's a win for the Wizards, as with that, we'll say sayonara from Tokyo.